Now the starting lineups. First for the visiting team, the Denison Schleswig Lady Monarchs. Number 11, Maggie Gorman. Number 15, Jen Grono. Number 33, Pam Hargens. Number 43, Allison Schultz. And number 55, Pam Iverson. The head coach of the Denison Schleswig Lady Monarchs, Don Lyons. Now for the home team, the West Des Moines Dowling Maroons. Number 10, Kara Opp. Number 20, Christy Pierrick. Number 22, Allie Hansen. Number 32, Natalie Bright. And number 40, Pam Kruger. The head coach of the West Des Moines Dowling Maroons, Bob Hansen. The floor officials, Gary Christensen and Craig Snyder. Auxiliary floor official, Terry Eaton.
The 1998 Girls State Basketball Tournament telecast are brought to you by DuPont Agricultural Products, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School State Championship basketball games. And by Menards, helping you build America's heartland.
Well, it's time for the 4A championship here. Denison Schleswig Lady Monarchs and the West Des Moines Dowling Maroons. And Mike Henderson might have a little delay as Dowling was being introduced out there at the free throw line. Little Allie Hansen, the coach's daughter, lost a contact lens. Frantically, the players went to the floor to get it. She is now working on the contact lens as we speak.
Yes, and that'd be a big difference, and of course, in the heat of the battle, Mother Sharon was running to the center line to get something started, and here we go. Great comparison between these two teams. Denison Schleswig, one of their two losses in a national championship tournament. Both teams extremely good shooting teams in the field and line both.
Couple of questions for you, Mike, of course. Taking a look here, the offense and defensive averages, pretty much even, I guess.
Should be about as close as the first game, according to the numbers we're looking at.
We had ranked 1 and 2. This one ranked 2nd and 4th. Dowling and Denison. We're out of the state. Denison Schleswig defeated Ottumwa and Cedar Falls pretty easily, except for the Cedar Falls game. Wasn't any run over, by the way.
Well, great semifinal shooting in the game, and of course Dowling, Clinton, and then yesterday the rematch of last year's state championship win over at Los Angeles.
Great basketball game. Contact lens is in. Allie Hansen is in. And we are ready to go. Denison Schleswig won the flip, so they get the basketball. The Lady Monarchs in the purple, Dowling in the white, and we're ready to go in this 4A championship. I mentioned that Jenny Lillis, who usually starts for Dowling on the sideline, injured an ankle in the first-round game. It was in the third quarter, Mike. She went down. And did play the other day. Ball stolen away here by Kara Opp. She drives down and gets the easy two.
Anybody that watched Dowling last year, this was a kid that's made a difference coming back this year. They're playing about the same, but Opp's just taking a big step up.
McTrier, Mike Henderson, Veterans Memorial Auditorium. Linville Sully won the 1A, 48-46 over Winfield Mount Union. This is just the start of the 4A. But Jenny Lillis will play. She is just not starting. Here's a nice draw to the right side by Denison Schleswig, up and good.
Pam Hargens, we got 33 and 43. Schultz and Hargan, they look a lot alike.
Boy, they do, too. Here's Natalie Bright, the young player you've heard all about. She's been in the double figures in the first couple of games here at that auditorium. She can take the ball to the hole, gets the ball over the left corner, shot up, good. That's inside the three-point line, I believe. Good for two, and Dowling takes a 2-point lead at 4-2. Dowling will pick him up in the man again. A lot of pressure. Been off the fingertips of number 33, Pam Hargens. It'll be Dowling basketball.
Forced turnover. My statue doesn't give Bright a steal on him.
Indiana! Hands up! Both coaches yelling Indiana.
Yeah. I hope they don't have to pay as much for their chair as Bobby did, though.
Shot no good. Taken just to the free throw line by Opp. Here comes Denison Schleswig. Lady Monarchs come clear down. Whoops, nowhere to go. Kicks it back outside to Bruno. Down to the baseline. Shot no good. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball.
Pam Iverson, 55, has been a little bit tight in this tournament. She's been the scoring leader for all 3 years going to Southeast Missouri, but a little bit tight in the tournament.
Here's Natalie Bright. Near side, Hanson. So down to the baseline. Monarchs in the zone. Long shot by Bright. Three-pointer off the lip of the iron. No good. There's about 4 or 5 girls going off for a loose ball, and it'll be a jump ball called for it. And Dowling will get it on the possession arrow. Bob and Sharon Hanson, great folks. Great people, great coaches. Tradition, of course. They've won everywhere they've gone, and just a lovely couple to talk to. 4-2. I was asking Bob about his daughter who plays out here. Allie Hanson, he says, I don't know, she's just out of control. She'll get a technical. He says, you watch, she'll just get a technical. Coach told her the other day, or the referee told the coach, he says, Bob, you got to get 22 to quit talking. He says, that's my daughter. Here's Bright, back outside to Allie.
I thought he said that's my wife's daughter.
And a traveling call here against Dowling. That's number 20.
That's Kissy Perrick. She's got the tough job of having to step in for Jenny Lillis in the starting lineup.
Exactly right.
And we see Lillis at the scorer's bench as we speak.
And Iverson looking for the ball on the inside, gets it to her, and we might have a foul from behind, trying to hold up from the behind Pam Kruger. Pretty good matchup there. Pam's going to have her hands full. Iverson's a good ball player.
Iverson's a good ball player.
We're going to have to go to Oklahoma because they're overplaying.
Time out of the floor with 5:12 to go. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, here we go.
Game, 5:12 remaining in the first, with Dowling leading by the score of 4-2, and Denison Schleswig with the basketball down to the baseline. Denison, they're one of the smaller schools in the 4A, aren't they, Mike?
They're school number 63 enrollment-wise. They're 64 in the class.
Shot up and good inside of the lane here.
We just got a courtside report from Dick McDonald that the Dowling training staff, within a minute of the start of the game, cut the tape off of Jenny Lillis, retaped it, and thinks she's feeling the best she has all day.
Well, Lillis in the lineup. You saw her heading in there right before the timeout break there, and they get it inside. So Lillis. Dribbles. Nope, nothing there. Might have a lock. You know what, though? I saw Lillis after the ball game yesterday. She came out of the locker room with the training staff. There she is, and that thing was black and blue from the bottom of her foot clear up to about 6 inches above her ankle. But she seems to be moving pretty well. She's out there, so it'll be on Iverson. Iverson gets the ball. Here she's off. A lot of traffic. Shot, no good. Lillis with the rebound.
She's not running too hard.
4-4 all tied up. Dowling and Dennis. Schleswig inside. Lillis backs up. It's blocked at the other end by Iverson. Gets the ball back. Loose ball down to the floor. Man, things are getting rough. And it's going to be a foul here on the Lady Monarchs. Denison Schleswig call for the foul.
I see the replay. Ball gets loose after we like the block or not. Yeah. The key's on the block right here. Clean block by Iverson. The ball goes to the floor and it rolls around, and an unfortunate foul on a reach in late.
Lady Monarchs to go to the 2-3. I think trying to help out inside on Lillis. Almost stolen away. Picked back up by Lillis. Drives Bright inside net. Natalie Bright taken down to the baseline and taking it to the hole.
Coach Bright's got a lot of experience in this kind of a situation. She was a key player on the state championship win. Here we see Lillis driving in the lane. Gets baseline. Then Natalie Bright with a back-to-back crossover step gets it in. Got good body control, as we said. She was a star on the state championship team that beat Cedar Falls 3 years ago.
Bright free throw good. You know, Bright, 5 points already. Really playing well here in the first quarter.
She's one that doesn't really impress you if you stop back after the game and look at the little things.
7-4 ball game. Dowling on top here by 3 with 3:44 to go in the first. Denison Schleswig ball stolen away, and we'll call a jump ball, and the ball belongs to the Lady Monarchs.
And again, it's the defensive stopper for Dowling that stepped up there, Tara Hopp.
So they'll throw it in down to the baseline. Maggie Gorman gets it in play. They'll see if they can get it into Pam Iverson. More like the 1A game, which was won by Linville Sully, 48-46. Another great matchup inside here. Shot no good, but a foul. Got her on the arm.
Officials for tonight, Craig Snyder from Osage, who's putting the numbers up now, and Gary Christensen from Mason City.
There's Denison coach Don Lyon.
We got 4 people standing. Let's go to Oklahoma and wave every time if you can't enter it. We haven't entered the post yet either.
Well, Denison didn't go to Oklahoma. They went to Wyoming, though, this year.
Wyoming and played a number of good teams. Went 2-1 against the field of nationally rated teams.
Said he wanted to get some respect, and indeed he did. They also lost this year with 2 losses on the season, in 19-2, as you mentioned, Campbell County, Wyoming, and Carroll Kipper as well.
Well, of course, they didn't need to earn any respect. They had it. It's the third straight trip to the state tournament. They beat Valley to get here 2 years ago. Played Dowling in the state tournament. The Dowling State Championship year played well.
Throwing away there, Kara Opp. Nobody there, just out of bounds. Turnover, 7-5, Dowling by 2. Kind of point right now, nobody's got the momentum going either way.
A little bit of jitters, more jitters than I would have expected.
3:16 to go in the first quarter. Monarchs, Gorman down low, kicks it back to the free throw line to Grono.
This is pretty tight defense.
I'll tell you what, though, they were talking, my neighbor came over and said, what did you think of the ball game between Ankeny and Dowling? He says, is Dowling that good a defensive team? I says, yeah, and so is Ankeny. Low-scoring game. Turnover against the Monarchs, Lady Monarchs, and West Des Moines Dowling will have the ball.
Attack the elbow!
Allie Hansen out directing. Here. Inside, Lillis steps back out. Kicks it up, down to the left side. Carrick with it, knocked away. Going to be Denison Schleswig ball. 2:33 to go in the first. Lady Monarchs now get it stolen away momentarily and get it right back by Gorman. And it's out of bounds. Time out of the floor with 2:28 to go, and Dowling up by 2. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, what do you call?
7-5, West Des Moines Dowling on top over Denison Schleswig with 2:28 remaining here in the first quarter. And Denison Schleswig will have the ball down to the baseline.
We see some shooting percentages there. Not a lot of shots by either team to date. 5 and 7, 12 shots in the contest.
Pretty good defense, though, Mike.
Neither coach real happy with the way that they're in defense. Don Lyons is now his third different offense, and we heard Coach Anthony went off saying, Allie, why did you change that play? They said a little not like that night.
Come on now.
Foul's going to be on Denison Schleswig, number 33. Pam Hargens called for the foul. That is going to be her first.
That's pretty even in all categories. Turnovers 3 apiece. Rebounds 2 for Denison Schleswig, 4 for Dowling.
Mike, the first 3 or 4 minutes pretty fluid basketball. The last 3 or 4 have really been kind of ragged here. Neither team trying to get in the flow here. Allie Hansen with the right side. She can shoot from out there. Don't think she can. So can Natalie Bright, 32.
Excuse me? I will. I'll keep my hands here.
He said, don't touch me, Coach. Gary Christensen and Don Lyons in that little.
Shot from the outside by Hansen. I said she could shoot. Hits the back of the iron. Nope. Can have a jump ball. Be in the favor of West Des Moines Dowling. Well, Mike, I thought it might be a battle again inside with Iverson and Lillis, but we've been seeing some outside play.
Well, at Denison, just exactly the opposite type of a contest they had yesterday. They were at about 28 points by this time yesterday, hitting 12 with their first 14 shots.
Yeah, good point. Opp kicks it back out. Here's Allie Hansen. Looking for Lillis down to the inside. Opp drives in, stops, shoots, won't go. Rebound fought for, and Gorman comes away with it here for Denison Schleswig. Try to bring it up court quickly. Dowling with the steal, and here comes Natalie Bright with it. A great steal.
Christy Pirrick just played after it that time. He willed that ball back in front.
Who got the starting nod here in this ball game. Wasn't scheduled to start, but got it anyway.
You know, she stayed in when Wills came in.
And Allie Hansen ties up Pam Iverson, one of the tallest against one of the shortest.
And that's 4 tie balls already in the game that we've had the elder possession.
Denison Schleswig will throw it into the backcourt. Dowling with them full court 2-2-1 pressure.
Come on, Maggie.
7-5 Dowling by a bucket here. 55 seconds to play first quarter. Open shot at the free throw line. Iverson won't go. Loose ball picked up by Opp. Here comes Dowling. 2-on-1.
That's Lillis running the wing.
Yep, Lillis. If there was any question if Lillis's ankle was up to par, we're running the length of the floor and leading on the fast break, and she gets the bucket for 2, 9-5, and gets back down to the other end defensively.
I've got the block at the other end defensively.
Yeah, Mike, that answers that question if anybody thought she was injured. 9-5 coming to a close in the first quarter. 17 seconds remaining. Allie Hansen drives in, stops, kicks it up, right. 10, 9, up, baseline shot, no good. Rebound, 5-4, brought down by Iverson. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Even a hoe by Hargens is short. First quarter comes to a close, Dowling by 4. We'll be back right after this.
Okay.
9-5, Dowling on top here over Denison Schleswig as we get ready to start second quarter. And there you can take a look at the center, Jenny Lillis, inside, Mike.
Well, she's shown she belongs. Just a great sophomore post scorer. She's already got 4 rebounds in half a quarter, so she can run the floor. There's a big fact back there. The rebounding, 9-6 Dowling right now.
Yeah, only 2 points for Lillis. Didn't get the start, but she ran up and down the floor a couple of times. One offensively to get the 2, other end to get the block.
And I think she's an outstanding talent. I told you that a year ago. You said, well, why are they taking out Becky Fisher? I think at one time out, but because they got a better one on the bench.
That's right, you did. Dowling with the basketball and a 4-point lead. 9-5. Denison Schleswig trying to pack it in, get it down. Good pass by Dowling down low as they get it down to Opp, yeah, and then a foul down there on the baseline. Opp has her 4th point of the ball game. Foul's going to go against Allison Schultz. That'll be her first. And that will send Kara Opp. You know, Kara Opp comes to play every night.
Oh, yeah, she's that kind of a competitor in each and every sport. Plays the outfield for Bob Laguerre's softball team who's in the state league. Outstanding competitor. Probably as good a defensive guard as this.
11 points. The ball game is what she's averaging, and she's got 5 already in this ball game. Here comes Denison. Oh, they thread the needle inside of the lane and get the shot up and good to Pam Iverson. I have no idea how they got that ball through the defense, but they did, and Iverson able to score.
I said wasn't too many passes in my own mind, but Pam Iverson did a lot.
Wow. Here's Pierce over the top, trying to go to Lillis. Saved by Opp. Now a foul.
There again, just pure hustle by Kara Opp. That's about the 3rd time. Here we're going to see it. Beautiful. Oh, how did Hargan ever get that thing through there? In fact, Pam Iverson almost didn't get control of the ball.
Tell you what, I don't know how they got it through. Dowling throws it in against the 2-3 zone. Trying to get right open for the 3.
Well, they've got any 2 or 3 options right now. Here's the one of it.
Baseline against Iverson. Shot up, no good. Bright rebound, back up and good. Natalie Bright is having the best game of the tournament so far.
Well, she's a player that's going to pick up a lot of jumps. Knows where the ball is, probably as well as anybody in the can get there.
7 points for Bright. Lillis off of the rebound. Here comes the Dowling Maroons, leading 14-7. Long lines for Denison Schleswig starts to walk on the far end. Shot inside of the lane, Hansen. Yeah, he'll take it to timeout. Allie Hansen comes in, pops it in. 16-7 makes it a 9-point lead, and Denison Schleswig takes a timeout, and I'm sure Coach Lyons wants to get him settled down. We're back right after this. Back at Benson Auditorium, 16-7. Dowling leaning over Schleswig. Let's take a look at the Farm Bureau key stat, Mike.
Well, very obviously 3 of 96 isn't right. It's 3 of 9 for 33%, 7 of 16. Turnover still low at 4-3. Another key. 9-0 runs since 7-17. Dowling hasn't scored, so it's a pretty big move there that Dowling has really jumped with contributions from all 5 kids.
Yeah, 3 of 9 there, so definitely. Denison Schleswig, you know, as the timeout down Lyons, we can hear him going into the huddle saying, how'd she get that rebound? So he'll get their attention. Here's a nice move inside. Great move. Shot up and good by Allison Schultz.
I know who that was. That was Allison Schultz.
Oh.
She had 16 of 21 the first 3 games just like that underneath. Her mother, Marianne Lamock, played for Coach Bud McCrae's state championship, or big state championship team in the Senate.
I think I saw him down here this week.
Oh, yeah, he's been around.
16.
You know, he said he didn't like that player basketball. He shows up anyhow.
Saw Dick Rasmussen here yesterday, too, sitting up in the rafters.
Oh, yeah. Old coaches never die, I think the way they did it.
16-9, 5:28 to go in the first half. A lot of coaches that coach the 6th player here. Here's the side left side again. Hargens, nope, won't go. Rebound, Allie Hansen, and here comes Dowling. A 7-point lead. You got to believe that Coach Lyons likes working in a little more to Iverson there, don't you?
Yes. And off again.
Yeah, Kara off. Boy, she is everywhere. Off with 2 more. Has 7 points on tonight. And Dowling with an 18-9 lead over Denison Schleswig and a foul at the other end. I didn't see who was on, right? Kara off.
But we really wanted to appreciate off. You need to see the game that Dowling played against Poland. We'll see it here come. They're going to come underneath. We may have some of the time on their field.
Timeout of the 4 with 4:55 to play in the half. We'll be back right after this. 18-9. Some of the fans on hand here for this 4A championship game. 4:55 remaining in the half. And Dowling in a 9-point lead. And Denison Schleswig is going to try and get into it on with a couple of free throws.
In fact, those were Little Monarchs with their purple and gold school colors of Denison Schleswig.
Like the hat.
I saw a picture of 2 boys who would like those hats, too.
My 2 boys.
2 boys.
Second shot by Maggie Gorman, no good. Still 18-9. Denison Schleswig is going to need to start to make a little bit of a run here. I know it's still first half.
Yeah, but a team as good as Dowling, you're going to have to come back on and get some things established.
Lily sends it back out to Alley, back inside to Lillis, and the ball stolen away. Here comes Maggie Gorman. She can slice inside. Nice pass. Traffic. Probably should have just jumped it up there. And Jen Grono. But they'll get the ball back on the jump ball. Denison Schleswig's possession. Haven't seen much of Pam Iverson. See that he said down line again. Yep, so she just shot it. Shot up, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Natalie Bright. Denison's a little out of sync right now, trying some things they normally don't do. Right over to Opp, looks for Lillis inside to get it to her. Down against Iverson, shot no good. Good defense by Pam Iverson.
But you got to please for that to unlock.
Here comes Gorman. Boy, look at them. All 5 above the free throw line when they start that offense. Trying to get the hands of Gorman near side. They send the right side over to Grono. Going to reset the offense. Look at double high post, Mike. Anderson and Lillis.
They're just not letting anybody come open on that. They're cutting. They're backdoor cut. A little bit everything just really playing around and out.
Yeah, you're right. They're just trying to get a cut off and can't do it. 3:29 to go in the half. Dowling leading 18-9 here.
And the last 2 or 3 times they've just plain taken a bad shot.
Inside, shot up, no good, but there's going to be a foul. Not a bad.
They got a mismatch on us quick.
Yeah,
they got to Allie Hansen, isolated on Allison Schultz.
Schultz will go to the free throw line.
We're going to have a geography lesson for nothing else tonight. We've been to Indiana and Oklahoma. Now we're going to try Colorado for a while.
Free throw up and good. Brings it back within 8. In the ball game comes Judas,
yeah.
She's a ball player.
Oh, she's a good sophomore.
That was Sharon Hansen talking to Natalie Bright here. Allison Schultz, second shot here, trying to pull him within 7, and it's up and good. Make it 18-11 now with 3:20 to go. Allie Hansen. Judith Sassy back around the horn to Hansen.
Somewhat of a surprise there. Now, 20 Ferrick has played the entire contest. Wasn't scheduled to start, but she stayed in even when the look came in.
Little fadeaway shot from 5, up and good. She gets shots like that, Mike, she's going to stay in a while.
Well, she goes hustles on the ball on the baseline like she did with that steal a while ago. She'll stay in, too.
Back up by 9, 20-11 now by Dowling over Denison Schleswig with 2:49 to play in the half. 4A championship game. We had the 1A early, and it was a barn burner.
Oh, wasn't that a good one? That was a good one we've done together.
I'll tell you, the last second shot by Lindell Sully to pick up a 48-46 win. And a shot here by Denison.
Maggie Gordon came out with the offensive rebound, got it right back up. Right place, right time.
We got 2 more coming up tomorrow night, too, Mike. 2A and 3A, which are going to be good ones. Boy, bad pass by Lewis. I don't know if she was off balance, didn't see the player, but threw right in the hands of Maggie Gorman. Looking for somebody to the inside, now has to dribble. Rona. Dowling doesn't give you much room.
Oh, they sure can push a long ways out from the basket. Good idea, run player.
Yeah, Coach Lyons doesn't like it. Back out of the ball game, going to be Katie Locken checking in, and Maggie Gorman's going to go out. 2013, 7-point game with 2 minutes to play.
Katie Locken's the only non-senior that plays at all for Denison Schleswig. Her dad, Dennis, is the assistant coach. He coached the Denison boys to the state championship.
Shot down to the baseline by Opp, no good. Here comes the Lady Monarchs. Well, an opportunity here to pull within 5. They can get a bucket. Oh, nice pass inside to Iverson, good.
I just looked up the scoreboard and said,
Hargan's handed it over to Iverson.
Dowling's dominating this contest. Look at the scoreboard. They're not.
2015, only a 5-point game, Mike.
And they've done everything right.
And Denison Schleswig fans are on their feet on the far side. Here comes, well, Pierce kicks it back out. 1:20 to play, and man, Denison Schleswig fans are on their feet here. Their team's struggling by 5, and they're trying to get them back closer. Pierce kicks it out. Here's Ellie Hansen, must have set it. A minute 7. Ball knocked away, picked up by Ellie. And a foul called on Denison Schleswig's number 33, Pam Hargan. And that will be her second. Here comes Bright back in.
Hey! Next one! Hey! One!
Both coaches struck in. Sharon Hansen on the left, Bob Hansen on the right. .53 seconds. Hansen, they bring it back out. Going to go to the last shot, aren't they?
Yep.
Pierce, Alley. Looks for Lillis down to the baseline. 40 seconds to play. More pressure by Denison Schleswig. Right, 30 seconds. Inside, out, takes it to the hoop, scores. Blocking foul's going to be called against the Lady Monarchs. The bucket, I believe, is going to count, Mike.
Oh, yeah, she just sort of very what's been the difference in this basketball game. It's Sarah Opp. She started out with first back. We're going to see her here, coming down the lane. Good body control again. Hustles every minute of the way. Her head's up. She looks at the basket.
She does take a, let's take a second look here.
And we see it maybe a little bit cover angle to the basket from that last way we looked at it.
Free throw also good. Make it a 23-15 ball game. 8-point lead with 25 seconds. And Lady Monarchs with the basketball. She is hard-nosed, boys. She just takes it down that lane with no fear. 3-point attempt. No good by Grono. Rebound by Dowling. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Up court, Opp. That's who they probably want. She passes it off to Bright, off her fingertips with 3 seconds to play. So with 3.7 remaining, the Monarchs will have the basketball clear at the far end of the court, though.
Nobody down to either pass,
Nobody
either
can throw
catch
it
it or
there.
defend. Yeah.
They throw it. Whoa! The entire length of the floor, nobody there.
That should have worked. Actually, one didn't break away from the basket.
So now we go back down, and
Dowling has a good shot.
Dowling will get it right underneath their own bucket.
But the play should have worked. 51 just got the wrong direction on it. 4! Mayo should have had a layup.
no good, and that's the end of the first half. Dowling leads 23-15. We've got another special halftime show coming up right after this. (23-15). Some of the folks enjoying some of the other entertainment here at Vets Auditorium in Des Moines. Ice cream, Mike, looks good.
Hey, Lee Hughes and I have had about 14 of those this week. I'll guarantee you they're good.
Dowling with the basketball to start the third quarter of this 4A championship game. And the Maroons look pretty impressive in the first half. We'll see what Don Lyons, head coach of Denison Schleswig, a great coach, what changes he made. He made a 1-2-2 or 2-3 zone here. Ball almost knocked away. Picked back up here by Opp. She drives in, dishes it off down to the right side, up and good. The Pam Kruger with the two.
Great assist by Kara Opp. She kept the ball alive, kept the body control, even though she had lost a little bit of hand on the ball.
Here's the Lady Monarchs down to the bottom side. Let's see if they go inside to Pam Iverson.
They tried.
Yeah, loose ball knocked away. Jump ball called for to belong to Denison Schleswig on the arrow, possession arrow.
Scary thing about this, Dowling's good kids have played well. Here we go with the halftime. Denison Schleswig continues to have trouble getting shots off. 17 shots and a half is far below their average.
Dowling in the man. Schleswig with basketball. Oh, there they finally got into Iverson. And Iverson has a nice move inside for the two.
And that's why Southeast Missouri State wanted her so badly.
Indeed, they did. 25-17, back within 8.
You know who the men's coach is at Southwest
I
Southeast
believe
Missouri
so.
State?
Guy by the name of Gary Garner.
Yeah, a good friend of both of us.
Former Drake basketball coach down there, and we wish him well in building that program. Now he gets it blocked here by Pam Iverson. And now a loose ball down to the floor. The possession arrow this time will belong to the Dowling Maroons. Well, Little Alley's not scared to go inside. Here's some more stats for you, Mike.
A rebound 15-10. That's a big plus. Dowling was not supposed to have the rebounding edge. A turnover is dead even. Nobody's really trying to shoot threes, sadly.
No. You know, though Denison started out the first quarter yesterday in the semifinals with no turnovers. Shot up and good by number 32, Natalie Bright. She's got herself 9 in a good day.
She's in the right place. Allison Hanson would have been a steal, but not quite. Out of the possession to Dennis.
Going to be a jump ball. This one belongs to the Lady Monarchs. So they'll throw it in down to the baseline in this 4A championship. And let's take a look at the leading scores right now, Mike.
Well, number 10 for Dowling. Big story. 10 points along with a great floor game.
Ball knocked away by Christy Pierik, who's got the start, as we mentioned, and playing well. Here
And
comes
played every minute as a sophomore.
Well, I tell you what, she has not been out of the lineup. Lillis is on the bench, by the way, to start this second half, as she was in the first half. There's another turnover for Dowling.
The well's not going to run dry at Dowling.
No, 27-17.
Come on, Pam, get down there. Let's go.
5-10.
Herrick, Judas, Tessie, and Lillis are all sophomores.
6:05 to play, third quarter. Dowling trying to make a little run here. Whistle down to the baseline prior to the shot.
Going to have a hand check out away from the basket.
Foul on Dowling. Whistle against
That's the second
that against Alley?
Number 22.
Alley.
You ready to go? Yeah.
I think we had somebody say that's the second dumb foul, she said, so it had to be a foul.
Shot no good. Dowling with the rebound to the backside.
That's Pierik running the floor like that.
Boy, she really runs the floor well. Natalie Bright takes it to the hole, can't get it. Pierik drives in, kicks it out. Off with the shot. No good. Good rebound in there for Denison Schleswig. And here come the Lady Monarchs. Boy, they just haven't been able to get that run going to get it.
Can't quite get over the hump. Once they do, I think they'll make a big strike.
There's a shot. Open shot, Allison Schultz, and she knocks it down from the free throw line. 27-19. Now, who do you think comes off the bench? Both to get in within single digits. Lillis.
Or the minute the clock hit 5.5 minutes. I'm not sure. That might have been the plan right there.
Jenny Lillis will come into the ball game here for the Dowling Maroons. Big center on the inside who is injured an ankle and is playing. Right, back outside. That's Kiert. They'll stop, steps up, shoots good. Well, I'll tell you, Bob and Sharon Hansen are going to be happy with her play. She's got 4, but she's done so much more.
Trying to answer at the other end here. Little 16-footer, got it. Jen Greno, nice shot. 29-21. That is her first bucket of the ball game, and Denison Schleswig pulls within 8 here. Alley-oop over the top, off the fingertips of Pancruger. Probably not a good pass, Mike. And here comes Lillis. Timeout of the floor with 4:38 to go. Dowling by 8. We'll be back right after this.
What makes Iowa a smart choice? We have decades of experience.
Well, Grassley's in town, and so is the governor, of course. And the First Lady of Iowa, as you take a look here on hand. Glad to have our fine governor of the state of Iowa. Gary Branstad on hand here to watch the ball. He loves girls basketball.
Oh, yeah, he's a regular visitor here.
Wayne Cooley gives him a ticket, too, so that ain't all bad. Take a look at the stats, Mike.
Both teams come out of the second half shooting well. Denison Schleswig 3 of 4 this quarter. Dowling 3 of 5, getting some legs under him. Nice inbounds play. Nice inbound. Oh, Hal Iverson don't miss that shot.
There's a shot inside of the block by Lillis. Here comes Dowling with the basketball in a hurry.
Good assessment.
Shot no good. Rebound. Ott back up good. She's been everywhere. Kara Ott gets the bucket for 2. She's got 12 points now, above her average. And Dowling back up by 10 at 31-21 with 4 minutes to go in this third quarter of this 4A championship game. Boy, dangerous pass. There's an open player. Shot up and good. Boy, good force in. Allison Schultz standing underneath. Gets the ball, puts it up good. 8-point ball game, Mike. Still plenty of time.
They won't go away.
Pierce.
Oh, not a good pass.
Tell you what, Dowling.
When Tara Opp really stepped up was when they lost Jamie Waterman. We haven't mentioned that yet. Jamie Waterman, a starter on that state championship team 2 years ago, went down after 11 games with the ACL. Big turnover. That's the 5-second count.
Here comes Allie Hansen back out of the lineup. Denison Schleswig with an opportunity to try and close with this 8-point lead. Let's take a look. There's Bob and Sharon's. One of her 2 daughters on the team, right? Allie and Abby both on the team. Allie gets most of the playing time.
Well, and Abby is so active in other things. I don't know how if you read the papers, but she's always showing up in something that's going on at Dowling. Not the basketball player the younger sister is, but stuck with it for 4 years. After Mama was a decent player. Hall of Famer for Southampton, for Dick Rasmussen and Bud Legg.
That's right.
1967 class.
Bud Legg was telling, they were asking Bud Legg about coaching Sharon. Did you get a shot at her? He says, well, really, my fame is I rebounded.
He went out and shot. He rebounded.
She shot, he rebounded. He says, that's basically what I did for coaching.
That's the kind of responsibility Dick Rasmussen gave to his assistant.
I didn't do a whole lot of coaching. Here's the shot in. Oh, she's missed that thing twice. Dan Iverson shot no good, but another foul. This one, Lillis is going to reach over the top on Pam Hargan.
That's twice that Denison has run the inbounds play perfectly and haven't got it down. And we'll see it in Greg. You don't get a better shot than that. You don't get a better one. But on the boards, well, Lillis just got a little bit of hand on the way up.
That's Lillis's first foul, by the way. To the free throw line goes Hargan. Something good. She's got herself 3 points. And back within 7. It's been a while since they've been back within 7. 31-24 and into the ball game. Checks in Judy Sessi. Judy Sessi.
They had 3 sophomores on the floor along with the junior guard tandem of Allison Hansen and Kara.
Some good guards out there.
Oh, yeah, this is next year, Tim.
Boy. Lillis, I don't know if we mentioned. If you might have thought she was a senior or junior.
She's a sophomore.
She's a sophomore.
She's a sophomore.
Natalie Bright's a senior. And Kruger. Nick Greer, Mike Henderson, Veterans Memorial Auditorium, 4A championship. Dowling leading 31-25. Mike, we got the 2A and the 3A tomorrow night championships here at Vets.
Could be a couple of real good games. Carol Kemper and Washington in the 3A game, which will follow the 2A game between Solon and West Lyon. What a great finish in the semi with West Lyon and West Marshall.
Indeed it is, and West Lyon has really been bringing some fans down here, and so is Solon. Ball moves down to the inbound play coming up here by Dowling. Wow, they're really coming out from Denison Schleswig is really extending up that defense.
That's a senior team that just doesn't know quit. They're still within 6. Been dominated in every part of the game.
Here's the shot block. Lillis gets the loose ball, puts it back up and good. Well,
33-25, back up by 8. Here comes the Lady Monarchs. Bounce pass down low. Boy, I tell you what, they got several players trying to keep Iverson.
We got Schultz underneath for a jump shot.
There it is, shot up and good. Allison Schultz, she could be a big key here in the final.
I call them jump shots. They always go down.
That's right. 6-point ball game, Mike.
That's what I say. Denison Schleswig has been dominated by Dowling, and yet the scoreboard doesn't show it.
Lewis kicks it way back out with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter of this 4A championship. Wendell Sully won the opener, by the way. 48-46. Last second shot. Boy, how many times we said that over the years.
And Amy Heisler, of course, for the second straight year was the heroine.
Wow. Minute 44. Dowling still with the ball. Inside to Pierce. Might have got tied up. Jump ball. Still belongs to Dowling. Yep. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back right after this. Minute 59 to go in the third. There's the score. Dowling leading over Denison Schleswig, 33-27. But Mike, I just get a feeling this isn't over yet.
No, they keep hanging around. A senior ball club that just really doesn't know how to lose. They're up there for the third straight year.
Pearson's ball stolen, or is it off? Still stolen away. That might be on Allie.
It's not Hanson. It's not Hanson.
She didn't give enough opportunity to.
Rono was a little out of control. It looked like the ball could be stolen, but not that way. She got a good catch on the ball.
Yeah, like Bright's going to come in into the line-up, and now Allie gets an opportunity to go over and talk to her dad.
Good Oswald.
Not upset.
I think that was the assistant coach doing that. The dad had said good Oswald, wasn't it?
33-27, 6-point game. Ball lost to the bounds. They'll bring it back.
That was a positive foul, though. The other two may have been classed as foolish. That one was not.
Boy, Denison Schleswig still coaching over there.
Yep, nobody willing to shoot the three much this game. Only 5 attempts to the game, none made.
On the drive inside of the lane.
Oh, she got cleared up.
Count the bucket by Pam Hargens. Count the bucket and she'll go to the free throw line. With a minute.
Okay, see, this is nice. The other coming right, just swing, a simple swing through the lane. Denison does not hurry things. Denison is a team that knows their limitations out away from the ball. She didn't cut through, held her shoulder. She came through totally under control and really got squared up perfectly when she got the ball.
3-point ball game. 33-30. Dowling on top with a minute 5 to go in the third quarter.
And we're about the same place in the last ball game, too.
And this
Lindell Sully had never led. They tied it at 33-33 on a three-pointer.
down to Brighton. Look at Denison Schleswig really extending out that defense.
And you hear an awfully loud crowd on the other side.
Well, you do. Off looking for Lewis. Tries to drive in, knocked away, picked back up. Giudicetti will reset it outside to Off. Whoa! 39 seconds to go. The third quarter. Little body contact, nothing made. Giudicetti kicks it over. Off looks for Lewis down to the baseline. 28 seconds to go inside. Bounce pass stolen away. Tried to feed it down low to the low post.
Well, Lewis wasn't there. She didn't realize it. It was Kruger this time.
Yeah. Ball knocked away, but we give it back.
She threw a pass that would have been perfect for Lewis, but it was Kruger in the post. And you just hear that Denison crowd coming to life.
33-30, and Denison's got the basketball with 19.4 to go in the third.
Schultz is there. She's got
Turn around, jump in, no. Rebound, Denison Schleswig. No. Rebound out of there by Pam Kruger of Dowling. Had a couple of opportunities, Mike. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, off shot at the end of the third quarter. We're going to the fourth quarter with Dowling leading 33-30. We'll be right back for the final quarter after that.
There's a new corn soil.
Back for the fourth quarter. It's 33-30. Dowling leading over Denison Schleswig. Here we go, Mike Anderson.
And Denison Schleswig's in possession. They're on an 11-4 run as you know on your screen. Really good last 4 minutes for the Lady Monarchs.
Tell you what, some of that's coming because of the defensive end. They've really picked up the intensity. Long shot, three-pointer, no good by Rono. Rebound, Allie Hansen. And here come the Maroons with a 3-point lead. And this comes the time where every possession is crucial, Mike.
Yep.
Pass back outside to Barrett. Willis is kind of running the baseline, but she's ready to do any banging inside there. Iverson has come to life.
Dowling's gone back to the quick lineup now, and I think that's the most effective lineup against Denison Schleswig. Perry's back on the floor. They're just a full step quicker.
Well, bringing him out. Now he'll move it in. Dowling's not going into a stall, believe me. He'll go into a little more of a control.
Nobody could run it better.
Hanson, pass it over. Up, stop, shoots, up. No good. Rebound, Natalie Bright, back up. No good. Oh, man, that thing went completely around the rim and popped back out, and the ball stolen away by Pierre. Here comes Pierre, 2-on-2, takes it to the hoop, and scores! 35-30. Things are picking up in his pace with the tempo of this basketball game. Whoa. Wow. Here we go. Gorman around the horn, left side. Hargis, shot no. And now over the back on Iverson, I believe.
Well, we're going to see Pierrick is just going to do a great job anticipating. Then she comes, changes direction, full speed ahead. Maggie Gorman tried to take the charge. I don't think she was set. Greg Tyler doesn't think she was set.
Timeout of the floor by Dowling. We'll be back right after this.
Are you all right?
Back at for the Troy with 6:21 to go. It's Dowling on top by 5, 35-30 in this 4A championship. Let's take a look at the Farm Bureau key stat, Mike.
Things are starting to even up shooting-wise. Denison Schleswig finally getting some shot clock. Not long ago, they said it. Turnovers amazingly low for as hard as these teams are playing. Not many points off of them, of course, but they've been down.
Well, Dowling with the basketball and a 5-point lead here. And Schleswig really stretching out now, going to the man here and stretching it out there. Ooh.
The contributions from the two that weren't supposed to be the stars is the difference right now.
Wright's first shot, no good. Second shot blocked, and it's going to be a foul on Iverson, and that'll be, I believe, her fourth.
I'll be 4 on Pam, but what I was saying, the two that are not supposed to be the stars, often Perrick have come up so big for Dowling tonight. Again, that time, exceptional entry pass from Kara Hoff to Natalie Bright set up the whole series.
Here comes Bright. Free throw up and good.
There with a knee brace. We just come by Jamie Waterman. Hopefully she can make it back by softball. It doesn't look good at this point.
Free throw up good. 37-30, 7-point lead with plenty of time. 5:56 to play in this 4A championship. Nick Trier, Mike Henderson, Veterans Memorial Auditorium, and join another good one. Shot no good. Rebound Dowling. Back out to Allie Hanson. They look down for a fast break. Now they get it down to Off. She's going to take it to the hole. Dishes it off to Bright through her fingertips and out. Probably should have just put it up. Well, Schleswig will throw it in. The Class 4A All-Tournament team will be announced at the end of this game, and one player will be named captain. On Saturday night following the 3A title game, one of the 4 class winners will be named the most valuable player in the entire tournament. Hy-Vee Food Stores will provide a $1,000 college scholarship to the student-athlete named MVP.
What a nice dribble turn move by Maggie Gorman. Good, she's a good point guard.
4 points for Gorman, back within 5. Striking distance, 37-32 with 5:11 to go. Boy, Pierrick has played a lot, hasn't she? Number 20 for Dowling.
Uh-oh, don't let that turn it in.
Inside, got blocked from behind. Iverson, who had 4 fouls, blocks it from behind. Jump ball called for, and it's going to be given back to the Maroons.
Gutsy move by Pam Iverson that time, because with the kind of body control Opp has, see what they got to her. It's a 5th foul.
Watch this.
Here, we'll see it. Opp's got a little advantage on her right here. Ooh, it's nice. It's a good block, but she had to hit it perfect.
She did, too. She got all ball.
Or she'd be sitting next to Don Lyons. Of course, Don Lyons hasn't sat since he got to Des Moines, but...
Don't need to sell him a seat next year.
No.
Never use it. He can just stand.
Not that he misbehaves at all. He's a perfect gentleman over there, but he won't sit. Up.
Here. Natalie, right. Working the offense. 4:30 to play.
A little more pressure here by Denison Schleswig.
They'll want to stay in their zone, but they keep keeping people out in the man.
37-32, 5-point ball game here, and Dowling on top. They led 23-15, and then Denison Schleswig has made a couple of comebacks and pulled within 3 or 4, and then Dowling popped back up by 5 inside the Lillis.
No, not a good pass. Dowling scored a 33-30 with the key possession for Dowling, and they converted from it.
This moves down to the 4-minute mark, Mike. Got a whistle,
A hand check.
What do we call it? I think Maggie Gorman. That's her second.
They didn't decide to go with the check or not to go with it.
Timeout of the 4 with 3:52 to play, and Dowling leading 37-32. We'll be back right after this. 37-32 Dowling with 3:52 to go in the fourth quarter of this 4A championship ball game. And you know, Mike Henderson, these are two teams that average close to 70 points a ball game. You take a look at the rebounds there, Dowling on top by 10. They're in the 30s here, Mike. What is it? Just good defense.
Too many good athletes. Remember what they faced all year. The teams they faced all year may have had 3 kids, occasionally 4. Never 7, 8. You look at what a Perrick's doing out there as the 8th kid on the Dowling squad. They've never had that kind of depth and that many good athletes. Every time they make a switch, it's equally as good athletes as we've done to start with.
Two good teams, two well-coached teams here. 3:23 to play. The clock continues to tick. Dowling on top by 5, and they are
No hurry to shoot.
yeah, controlled offense, shall we say. All the way back. Lillis out there.
It's a good free throw shooting team.
And a whistle and a foul, and we'll find out. Is foul called against Grono, which is
Not for a little while we went.
Oh, not good enough.
Not for a while. 5, shoot on number 7.
Timeout here by Denison Schleswig. Lady Monarchs, Don Lyon wants to take a timeout.
Get us grab a seat.
Talk over what this defense has got to do against this.
We're going to have to go to a press afterwards, and then we're going to have to pick up names.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 things he's going to do.
Okay, listen. Okay,
We're gonna
on
slap a little
main for dead
press on.
balls, we're in a white press, ball back into man-to-man. We're going to have to start fouling a little bit, making some plays here. You want white or black? White. I want on the ball. White. Steel press. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You got to make some plays. Hey, you can't foul, and Yale can't foul. You other 3 got foul.
They got 2 presses. They're white and they're red. The girls picked white. They're going to fall back. They're going to fall back into man-to-man, where they've been using zone most of the year. He says, Pat Iverson, you can't foul. Allison Schultz, you can't foul. The rest of you can give one.
There's a foul there, Maggie Gorman. And that'll be her third.
Still distance 6. The next one will 6.
3:04 to play, Mike, in the ball game. Still a long ways to go with only a 5-point lead for the Dowling Maroons.
Well, they're going to have to force a turnover or 2, and Dowling's guards have been pretty hands-on. Of course, Wright counts as a guard.
Now Dowling's going to take a timeout as they couldn't get it in play, and Bob and Sharon Hansen.
Where's our shield, man?
They're not going to like that.
You make sure you're busting to the ball if we have to out of that. Okay? Good job, Chrissy. But make sure you hit them when they're open. It's got to come in quick. All right? Get your stack back farther. Go.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I think we found out the ones he can criticize, the ones he needs to encourage.
Probably right. Well, again, Christy Perrick's going to throw it in here. Gets it into Lillis. Put the pressure on. Reaching over the top, foul on Katie Lockett. Her first. Shooting foul, Mike.
Yep, let's look at the free throw thing. She's a 60% free thrower. Has looked better than that in the tournament. It looked like one of these times in her life she's going to be a 75 to 80% free thrower when she goes on. When she goes on and plays college ball, and she will go on and play college ball
In a couple of years. First free throw up and good. 37-32 up. Excuse me, 38-32 up by 6. 5 points for Lillis. Second free throw, nothing but net. 39-32, 7-point game. 2:58 to play. Here comes the Lady Monarchs. Oh, foul down.
Yep, Perrick.
Her first.
Hey,
It's
regular
not
in the
Hansen.
5, Regular into 5. Regular.
I did not see her come
Regular.
underneath.
Regular now.
Judas
5.
Hesse back out of the Dowling lineup for Allie Hansen.
This is the best scenario that John Lyons could put together to have Hansen on the bench at this point when they're trying to run the device.
Taking a look at it from the outside. Drives on in. Stop. Shoots. Up. No good by Huggins. Rebound Dowling. And here comes Natalie Bright with the basketball. And I'm sure they'll kind of bring it back out and set things up. 2:28. Ooh, almost steal by Becky Gorman.
Now that's her fourth. And that's the two leading key Denison players. Their post and their point guard each have 4 fouls.
Tell you what, Gorman's pretty fast, too.
Oh, yeah.
Natalie Bright will go to the free throw line. Just take a look at Alvin Sharon, Hansen. Great program. Free throw good. What's Bright got? Dozen? 12 points. Very good. The Dowling gets the rebound, Mike.
Yep.
And they'll set up that controlled offense again. With 2:16 to go.
Got a side switch. Should not go all the way. Nope. That's back.
2A and 3A championship tomorrow night. Beginning at 6 o'clock. We think are going to be a couple of good ball games. They've all been good this week. Lillis down low. But not going to count the basket. Going to call a foul outside of the lane. Whistled against Allison Schultz.
Get your jacket off and get ready. I think that's a concession speech.
So Lillis will go to the free throw line. Boy, I'll tell you what, that ankle didn't look like it hurt anything tonight.
11 seniors at Denison last week, so I'm sure we're going to see 5 come in for 5. All seniors.
41-32. Dowling goes up by 9, and Lillis still at the free throw line. Up and good. 42-32. 10-point ball game with a minute 52 remaining. Stop to the outside. No good. Rebound. Dowling.
Very good. Yeah.
She's going to work for us.
Oh, yeah. Nice job.
She's reserved for overtime pay. Natalie Bright gets fouled. Tell you what, though, it was a good 4A field, you know, with Waterloo getting beat. And, of course, you had the Ankeny-Dowling matchup yesterday, Mike.
A really good young Cedar Falls team.
Yeah,
The
real
Denison
good.
Fleshwig beat. 2 freshman starters on that unit. A sophomore is probably their best player. Swisher, and then the kid that's going to UNI.
Natalie Bright, 13 points. 5 of 6 from the line, and she knocks down this one. Give them I think the biggest lead of the ball game, isn't it? 12. That's right. 44-32 with a minute.
Let's see, what was it? 33-30 when we started this quarter, wasn't it?
All right.
Oh, they're going to come out.
Tom Lyons going to take it.
I think this is the substitution timeout right now.
Minute 27 to go. Dowling on top, 44-34.
Yeah, my quickest lineup in there right now. Now, you got how many? You got how many?
Oh.
Okay, you got 3. What do you got?
This is not a giveaway
Okay,
timeout.
you 3 checked in.
This is the fouling unit.
Yeah, we need to take
He's going to make it last about 12
you
more minutes.
2 and you 3. Okay. Hey, you got to pick up man. You got to foul if you can make the steal, right? Okay. Hey, make a steal and then score. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey.
I'm going to say he took out the 3 girls with 4 fouls. They will check in every time offensively, and the other 3 that just came in will come in defensively, and one of them is assigned to foul each time. You got to catch them before you can foul them.
That's probably 2. Off finally gets fouled here.
Now here they come.
Now the switch over after you're right. And the trio come in, and only a few seconds ticked off the clock. A minute 23 still remains, and Ott's going to the free throw line. Kara Ott.
This is their standouts, Iverson, Gorman, and Schultz. Probably the best 3 ball players that come off into this unit.
Free throw, good.
There's only one way this will work, and that's if the free throws don't fall.
Dowling 66% of the year. 45-34, 11-point lead.
I wouldn't have thought that this would be the kid that would be the real game breaker, but she has been.
She really has.
Both ends of the floor.
You know, and I could hear, three-pointer up and good by Maggie Gorman. 46-37 here to pull him within 9 with a minute 10 to go.
And Iverson's going to come foul her. Nope. Well, maybe.
Allie, really, she put a couple in the other day. Near side, takes it to the hoop. Misses. Rebound.
Long rebound, though.
Back outside, 48 seconds to go. Passed away, Natalie Bright, 41. I think they're trying to foul and can't get it.
He told 3 of them not to foul, and the other 2 aren't trying. There we go.
There's a foul.
There we go, 15.
That was a foul.
Dowling is 14 of 15 from the line.
Fortunately, Pam Iverson picks up her 5th foul. She had to come out of there, and she will get her 5th.
Get her out. We need an offensive player. Get in there.
So to the free throw line goes the Dowling Maroons and Christy Perry. Free throw, no good. Now they'll bring Carla Westham, who just checked in, back out there. And
He says, I need an offensive player in the end.
Papa come in. 46-37. That's Christy Perry, who has been a trooper through this one. 33 seconds to go. Shot no good. Rebound. Denison Schleswig. Brings it down. Dribbles through. Back out. Kicks it out. Westphalian. Three-pointer. Won't go. Ooh, big collision.
Allison Self fouls out. Probably see her on the alternative team, going to be my guess. Really 2 outstanding games. She came inside to the leading scorer.
Allison Schultz couldn't help.
I think she got it. I think she took an ankle, hit in the ankle there. I bet she's well in the morning.
Don Lyons of Denison Schleswig wants to take a timeout here. 46-37 our score.
You want the sub first?
Let's listen to Dowling's coaches.
Who shoots? You got 2, right? Are you guys in or not? Did they say you're in the game or not in the game? After the free throw. Okay, great job.
Well, we tested Mackey, didn't we?
You got press breaker coming up, guys. Ready? Go. Now we gotta get the timeout right away. You know who you're guarding. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
I really thought Mackey would blow that, and he didn't.
Getting ready to bring him in after the free throw, they said. That's from Dowling Maroons. Allie Hanson, free throw line shot. High archer up and good. Well, I think 4 of them will come in. Yep. Well, you take a look at some of those Dowling players. Natalie Bright, the senior, and Kruger. Now some Denison Schleswig players coming in with 19.5 seconds remaining, and Dowling with a 47-37 lead. And everybody, both teams, getting a nice round of applause. They walk off the floor here at Betts Auditorium, the big floor they've always dreamed about.
Dowling loses 2 seniors that played. We mentioned Jamie Waterman did not. She was the starter. Sitting over there with a real big knee brace on.
And now Allie will come out of the ball game, the hug of her mom. And her dad. This is Schleswig, 16 seconds to go as they bring it down. Trying to get somebody open for a 3 here. Good Dowling still out there. Try to pass it inside. Loose ball picked up.
Abby Hanson with his steal.
And I think we got a foul with 2.6 seconds, and now Bobby Sure Hanson will bring in some more. As is Don Lyons. So we go to the free throw line. One more time here. Marissa Haas will cut to the line to shoot 2. You know, Michael, wasn't decided for a long time, though.
Schleswig made a good run. I thought when they got to 33-30 that as seniors they are, that they would keep coming. But Dowling kept repelling the charge. And maybe still, it's the two young kids that I hadn't expected. Tara Opp and Christy Perrick, the sophomore, was just an outstanding bench level.
Well, they had a tremendous season. I know they're sitting over there now, very disappointed. But
well, they had a great career. The three state championships, and they're probably, two of those years they were the smallest foray in the state, and this year they were 63rd out of 63.
Next will be the buzzer of the ball game. Dowling wins it 49-37 over Denison Schleswig in this 4A championship game. And celebrating begins, and a good Dowling basketball team defeating a good Denison Schleswig ball team, Mike.
I think you nailed it right there. And of course, a lot of heroines and nice Everett. It's going to be a real interesting all-tournament game. A lot of kids deserving.
Boy, indeed.
I don't know what kind of formation that was. It wasn't. Bob even enjoyed that. He wasn't sure what it was.
No doubt Allie is probably in charge. Yeah. Now let's go down to the public address and Ken Corum.
We call to your attention the area in front of the scorers table where the Class 4A Good Sportsmanship Award will be presented to the school whose players, coaches, and fans have best displayed good sportsmanship as selected by an independent jury. The award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Financial Services, is a $500 college scholarship, each to one female and one male athlete or cheerleader in any sport at that school. The Class 4A award winner is Ankeny. Farm Bureau Representative Luann Sandberg, Vice President of Investments, presents the award letters and school trophy to Ankeny Athletic Director Fred Smith. Presenting the all-tournament medals as well as the championship and runner-up trophies is the President of the Board of Directors of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Mr. Craig Artis, Superintendent of Schools at Anita. And now introducing the all-tournament team in Class 4A. From West Des Moines Dowling, Natalie Bright. From Cedar Falls, Shelby Bernard. From Denison Schleswig, Pam Hargens. From Ankeny, Erica Juneau.
Congratulations. Right in here, right next door.
From Denison Schleswig, Allison Schultz.
Congratulations. Everybody get a shot in just a minute.
And the captain of the all-tournament team from